Hello folks, and welcome back to another October random video where I'm just reviewing games that I purchased for very little money on Steam. This one is called Beltex, or I think it's Beltex, but Belt and X. This game is basically a take on the Shapes.io, which is a game I would love to do on the channel. Let me know if it's something you'd be interested in. But the idea here is we have this crazy kind of area here, and we can zoom out almost infinitely. And our job here is to go through and unlock things. So right now, we have these extractors, which we can just go through and place on. And then we have belts that we can push in here. And we can connect those to all of our stuff here. If we make mistakes, we can go to demolish and just get rid of them. But the idea here is that we're going to go through, and these things should generate, you can see they mine a number 1 for us. And our goal here, if we connect everything to our quote-unquote core, is to generate a total of 20 number 1s. So this area here is level 1. It shows you the number that we need and how many or the number that we're generating and how many we need to get of that number. As we go through here, you're going to see there's lots of other things. You can see that the number 2 is grayed out. There are only the number 1 available, but there's 4s, there's 3s, there's 5s. There's all kinds of stuff available to us here. So you can see that we've gone through, and now we have an adder. It's going to ask us to generate the 30 number 2s. So if we go in here, and let's say I want to do some extractors on this side, I can use an adder, and the letter R will rotate around for us, and we can say, hey, this one is going to feed right into there, this one's going to feed right into there, and if we add A and B, which is just the number 1 and 1, 1 plus 1 should equal 2. We can see they go in there, and we should get a number 2 pop out of here in just a moment. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to go through, but there you go. You can see that we have a number 2 generating into our space at the present. So you can also add on things. So maybe I want to add on some additional 1s and 2s here. So we'll do something like that. And I got this one, but now I can feed that into that line. What's cool about this game is there's no cost for anything. So you can build whatever you want in all of this space. It's fine. And you can see as you zoom out, you can see what you have access to and what you don't. But I'm able to go through here. The only thing I don't like about this game is there's no speed component. I can't speed anything up. So especially early game, I restarted a brand new game for this. I have all of these spots down here filled out completely because there's new tools that come available to us. Like we're able to multiply, we're able to increase our extraction, we're able to increase the speed of the belts. All very similar to Shapes.io. If you've ever played that game, again, I love that game. I would love to do a series on it, although early game might be a little boring because it's slow like this. We can see we're halfway through our goal of getting to 30. Now, again, what I've said about this game is I dig the idea of being able to just go through and throw stuff on here and do basic things and have it work. That's cool. And again, the belt kind of driven kind of area is very, very, very exciting to my brain. But beyond that, I really like being able to just quickly jump into a game. I don't have to think very hard. I can do basic math. I know that if I take 1 and 1 here, and maybe I do something like that, I know it's going to equal 2 at the end of the day. So it's not really a hard equation for me. But now we've reached that, we need to get to the number 3. And I have upgrades available to me as well. So if I click on those upgrades, you can see that I can increase this belt speed. I can increase the speed of the adders, the extractor speed. And when I go through here, you can see that the belts are now moving faster. So now I have 1s and 2s. If I wanted to, I can go through and add those together. Or I can take a look here and see what I'm producing as far as our numbers, or see that, hey, I need 300 2s to be able to increase the level of our extractors. I need a lot of belts, or a lot of number 1, should I say, to increase our belt speed. And I also need another 500 20s. I don't know how to get to 20 yet, but we'll figure it out. So we can go through here and just kind of get everything set. So let's say that I have some extractors. And again, there's no cost for anything in this game, which is very fun. I do dislike that I can't use those inside numbers out of the gate. That's different a little later on, but for right now, we can't do that. So let's say I want to go here. That's going to be, this will be set up as our area for this, and then we're going to have this add again. and we're going to have that go here and into that. And now we should be able to generate a number 3 without much concern. Now we're just going to remove those spots there. And you can see number 3 is going down. So we need to be able to generate 50 of those. And it's really nice because, again, nothing costs anything. Like if you make mistakes, if you are excellent at this game, there's no cost for anything. It's just a way of being able to add basic numbers together and to generate things out of them, which, again, it's just a satisfying kind of game. You don't have to think about it. You can just jump in, play, and do its thing. Again, the only thing I don't like about this game is that it takes forever, especially early game, to generate these type of numbers. And as you expand out, because once you get into this game, you will expand out very far. You can do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And as these options fill in, you'll be able to do them as well. Unfortunately, there's not a way for me to load up what I've done in the past here without wrecking what I'm currently doing. And even still, this is from today when I'm recording this. I know I said October, but I'm recording this back in July. So I'm sorry. Or actually, no, it is. It's August when I'm recording this. I'm just trying to get ahead, enjoying summer, trying to get ahead on the videos, and I figured that this was a nice transition from when we did Flycore. We're going to go through and do this whole month of October, just exploring games that I don't play often, but if I need to jump in, I can, and I can enjoy. This is not a graphically intense game. This can run on pretty much anything, and it's just a fun little game to jump into and to kind of explore and see what you can do. It gets significantly more complex. I'm showing you just the bare bones here, but let me go see if I can load up an older game here. So let me load this one up. What's the most recent save? This one here. I'm on level 7. So my most recent save isn't here, but you can see that we get to a point where we're on multipliers. We have bridges, so we're able to actually cross belts. Before you can't do that. We're trying to get up to, we have 3s, we have 25s down here. This is a factory of 10s and 20s. This is a factory of 20s and 3s. So you can see there's lots of different ways to go through and do this game. Again, I filled the rest of this up, but I don't have a save game of it, so I have no proof that I've done it. But you can see that there's all kinds of ways to do this. So right now I'm trying to get 4s, and then I can add them to the 1s to be able to get to the 5s. And then I'm taking 5 times 5 and getting my 25s. So there's lots of cool stuff you can do with this game. It's just a matter of having the patience to go through, build things, and see what they do. You can see even in our upgrades, things change. So there's more things here that weren't there before. So folks, that's going to wrap us up here for Beltex as a quick jump in and play of the game. It's a very inexpensive game. I think it's usually on sale, or even sells normally not on sale, but it's normally like $3. So it's a really easy game to jump in, have some fun with, and to spend several hours with for very little money. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next week with another game where we're going to go through and we're going to build some metro systems. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.